Alright guys, I'll do a little bit of mini video update, but I wanted to put something in there before we even start. Is there something you think we should be doing more of on the channel? Let me know. Because quite simply, I get some people message me about specific things, and then this often gets in some of the videos. This is why we'll talk about getting over the day-to-day crap, but we can do a lot more stuff. For a fitness thing, I think working as a group may be better because there's two sides of this. I'm not the fittest in the world. This may shock you. I've not been in the Olympics. Um, well, I was for breakdancing. I had to throw that one in. Just thought about it as I said it. But for me, I've got this stubborn bit in the middle, my fuel tank. Yeah, I'm hitting my stomach, by the way, because there's very little fat elsewhere. As you might be able to see, there's a little bit of muscle sticking out there. There is no fat on my legs. There's very little fat on my arms. Even my upper chest is rock solid. The bit's the fuel tank in the middle, and that's been a nightmare to get rid of. Now, doesn't mean I've given up or whatever. What I actually have to do is be more proactive. So this is my regime at the moment. I get a whiteboard and I write these down, because even when I'm sat here at 10 o'clock at night, I look across and think, oh Matt, you haven't finished these off. So I do lifts with my arms. So these are mainly for my biceps. So I do 15 lifts with each arm. I do a tick. I want to do 5 a day of those. If I get more time, I do more. But also, if my biceps start getting sore, I'll actually go upwards as well. So I do actually lift more than I actually mark down, but the main thing is I do 5 of those a day. I do my stomach as well, which I've got a yoga mat on the floor, then just sort of roll that out. So that's working my stomach at the minute. Walk 15,000 steps. Now, weird thing is, don't feel like it being Saturday, but you know what? Instead of going to the park, I'm probably going to go into Northampton town instead, because going there and going back is probably 4 miles, because I won't take the car, I'll walk. And I've got sit-ups down here, leg lifts. Now left leg, I've got to admit, these two I'm working to at the minute, because to be fair, by the time I've done everything else, I'm knackered at the minute. Then I've got my bands, which I do, which is for, mainly I'm using them for my triceps and my upper chest, which are these guys. Really, really good. Really cheap on Amazon. And don't take up any space, which is one of the recommendations. It'd be interesting what I'm lifting at the moment weight wise. It's only what's that? It's only 10 kilos at the minute. That's a bit low, guys. It's not a competition. No, to be fair, I haven't got any other weights. But the point being is, it's just starting to move in the right direction. I've got an earthing mat as well that April got me. Because I've got some injuries from over the years. I mean, I'm not going to bore you with too much about it, but I've got a problem with my left arm, my left leg, and my base of my spine goes black and gets bruised and horrible. But April was saying, she put it on the bed. I had no idea what it was when she did it, but happy marriage. If your wife's deciding to do something to be helpful and be nice to you, let her do it. Leave her alone. So did it, and then when I was in Spain for about a month, she said your bruising at the bottom of your spine is nearly gone, because normally always blacked and bruised. It flares up with stress as well, weirdly. But it seems like grounding or earthing worked, whatever it does. I have no idea. It may also be that being at home in Spain also helped, because I spent, more time with the family and did family stuff. So, not saying it does work, doesn't work. I have no idea. But this fuel tank, I've been trying to get rid of for a while. And it was interesting. I was watching a video from somebody. It's a doctor that does a lot of this stuff online. Um, and he's got his own ways of working. And I sat and watched it, and I've shared it with April as well, because then she gets me on the same track. But a lot of stuff's basic, and some of the stuff is stuff I wanted to do, but timing wasn't great before. But I'm starting to force it. So like the exercise stuff is going to happen today, whether I like it or not, bizarrely. But the next one was, well, the first thing is people talk about calorie counting. It does work. It doesn't work. Blah blah blah. I think the most important bit, which is one of the things he did pick up on, is what you're eating. Now, sounds like an obvious thing, but because I'm quite busy, I've often ended up with trying to do good diet stuff, and there's a lot of crap in it. What do I mean? E numbers, colorings, flavorings, preservatives, additives, all that crap that they go, oh, it's really healthy. It's not. And I think this is something, just throw it in, I think this is why JFK Jr. is going to be quite good in America if Trump gets in, because I think he may actually try and break some of these cartels and stuff that really screw up our food. Because let's face it, I don't have a lot of fat beyond my fuel tank. I mean, my arms, there's very little. You can probably see there's, you may see a little bit of muscle sticking out there. There's not a lot of fat on me beyond my stomach, which can only be the bits that it's struggling to digest. And what's it struggling to digest? Probably additives, colorants, flavorings, and all the other stuff that we shouldn't have in our food system. So, and it was weird because my wife, after I was thinking about this, also mentioned, oh, because I'm O positive on the blood, it's supposed to be one of the descendants of the original people of the planet type thing. So our stomach system's supposed to struggle with, well, funny enough, the crap that we're struggling with, well, I'm struggling with, because it's more designed for traditional food. Which makes sense, because people say, oh no, when they say, oh, you're fat because you're obese. It's just like, yeah, it's the same thing. But the reality is, our diets have changed. See, when I was a kid, I don't remember there being a McDonald's in the UK. There definitely wasn't a KFC. What we used to have was these cafes, and everything was sort of prepared. So for even going to, I'll go back to my childhood. Everything was like chips and egg, fish and chips on a Friday. But there's no triple fried. There's no frozen. There's no deep fried. Deep fried chips. But everything was done that. Like our potatoes would stay in the outhouse, and you just get the potatoes as and when you needed them. We didn't really have much frozen food. We didn't really have anything that was preserved beyond probably spam. You went to your butcher, you went to your bakery, because let's face it, the supermarkets destroyed the bakers in the UK along with the butchers. We've allowed bad people to maximize them profit for themselves. We need to understand that this stuff is not good. It's not supposed to be in our system. And I never thought I'd be doing this, but I've actually finding Aldi and Lidl to have the better food products. Seem to have a better meat selection. They seem to have a lot of fruits, and they have a lot of selection. I think when I was in Spain, I think they were saying that 86% of the food produced in Andalusia, for Lidl, is dispersed to 100 of their stores. Um, it was like a promotional thing where they're just saying how they support local business. For me, we really need to look after ourselves. We have to look after our diet. The weird things that we're seeing around us is the crap in our diets. What I find weird is we seem to have less regulation today. What do I mean? Well, when I was a kid, some of you guys, well, most of you guys probably won't even know what I'm talking about, but you get something like TV shows that'd be like watchdog type shows, and they go, oh, these lights that could be bought in this store had blah, blah, blah. I don't seem to see any of that crap anymore. In fact, people just order directly from Alibaba.com or whatever they like, even if it's illegal in the country. it's not. It's a strange world we're in. It is a strange world. So we need to look after ourselves more. So what's my diet like now? Well, to be fair, I'm having a lot of Greek yogurt. Because one of the things I realised is that my protein's too low. So I've had to sort of treble my daily protein, which is more meat products and basically Greek yogurt. I have about 200 grams of Greek yogurt a day. Been trying to do some cereals, but I'm not sure the cereals I'm getting are that healthy. So I'm going to get through this lot, then see what happens with the next lot. Because I may have to be a bit more proactive on that. Because although they're healthy in the supermarket, doesn't mean healthy. I just need to double check. So I'm having that. Then I'm having meat products during the day. So for example, I've got haddock. Yeah, okay, it's fish. But I've got some haddock today. So I'll have haddock for lunch. But yesterday I had some pork. Is it pork or beef? Might be beef actually. Because I'm increasing my meat, but it's meat, not processed meat. I'm moving away from that stuff as much as possible. The whole point here, guys, is we need to start taking this stuff out of our diet. Because the weird thing is, I've seen this a few times in the Philippines where people with type 2 diabetes suddenly had no diabetes. Why? Because a lot of the crap wasn't available in the Philippines. Because a lot of stuff you get there is from the wet market. It's either from the wet market, the market, or that's about it. Unless you're eating out every day. There isn't the what I mean. When I was there, I don't even remember seeing a microwave in any of the shops. But it wouldn't matter anyway because you can't get microwave meals. May have changed now, but what I'm saying is back then it didn't exist. It just wasn't a thing. So you've got to bear that in mind. This shows you that how quickly moving somewhere else can mop up the problems in your body, your immune system, and everything else. Interesting times. But that's like I say, guys. If you want me to cover certain things, let me know. I'm a little bit stuffed at the moment because I haven't got a laptop because my Mac's playing up, and since it cost over £3, I'm gonna get it fixed. But I'm dreading taking it into Apple because I begrudge spending any more money on it because it's stuck in a loop. I can fix it if I have the iOS. I can't get the iOS, the operating system, because you've got to download it or log in, and it's lost the user, so it can't log in, it can't download it. It's just caught in a loop. And if I had it on a USB stick, I could fix it in about an hour. But I can't get it on a USB stick because you need to download it from a Mac. I haven't got a Mac because my Mac's broken. So maybe I'll see the guy at the end of the road, see if he can fix it for us. But it is a little bit frustrating. But then again, if I go into the Mac shop, what if they find out the hard drive is failing? Because I'm not paying £1,000 for a new hard drive. They can stick that. Let's put it that way. Talk about overpriced. Yeah, Steve Jobs. What did you leave behind after you died? Anyway, on a positive note, I also got this little guy. This is the new DJI Neo. I'll cover that in some other videos, but starting to think about doing more videos lately, simply because when I'm in the UK at the weekends, I'm not doing much. I need to start doing more. I've got to admit, my degree and stuff sort of kept me busy, and then at the same time, I've got, like this weekend, I've got a presentation to do, and I've got my college work to do, my presentation to do, and I was thinking about fixing the Mac, but see, if I got that fixed, I could do the other two quite quick. Frustrating times. First world problems. But anyway, guys, that's pretty much me at the minute. Nothing too exciting to report. I might do a video around Northampton because it is quite grim. And I was thinking about it, if you look it up online where people have done a walking tour, everyone complains about Northampton. So I'm thinking, should I do one that's in the positive way? Because, for example, the music shop's really good. We got two good music shops. HMV, I love it. I love it. I love vinyl. And then we got, I think it's Spin Up, which is another great shop. And the guys down there really, there's a guy and his son down there, really good with music. What's funny is you can have a lot of the music's mixed up, but they're so up to date with their music that if you said, "Oh, I'm looking for this," not only would they know it, they'll know where it is in the shop, or if they've got it or not got it. Because really cool guys down there. They've been there a long time. I mean, I've had some nice conversations with them in there about how long have they been there, and they've survived the rise of your Spotify's and your Amazon Musics and stuff, and been around a long time. But there is some good stories in Northampton. But when you see the state of the high street, you just oh. So, but maybe I'll do that video later. If I'm going to walk into town, I'll put a video together. Good idea. But guys, give me some ideas. I'm sat here on my own. Give me some material. What do I need to work on? What would you like to see? What do you want to know about? Thanks for watching.